Hello, welcome to the Royalty with Tiff, Hannah, and Big D. But I kind of ruined it for them. I'm your host, Tiffany.
And I'm your other host, Derek F. AAK Big D. Thank you, Tiffany.
And I am your third host, sometimes Hannah, aka Chada.
Yeah, before we get started with this week's episode of Big Brother Season 26, I want to remind you all to like and comment below. Most of you have already subscribed. Thank you. We love you, Royal Court. Those of you who haven't, now's your time. We are back with a brand new episode, a brand new week. I'm sorry. Another week in the Big Brother house. I've never seen anything like it. Maybe I have, but I'm saying that today.
Yes, I love it. We're recapping, week 2 of Big Brother. And I am still cracking up from tonight. I'm still cracking up from 3 days ago. This season is just insane. I'm like obsessed with it. I'm obsessed. I'm sorry. It's great. So, any thoughts before we get into everything? Because I'm going to start where we left off at and just where we're at and keep on going. Any thoughts, everybody? So, as we left off last time, Matt went home. Okay, we had our exit interview with Matt. I thought that was really good, interesting. But we start off with episode, I think it's like after Matt leaves, and Tucker is already on Lisa's behind. He is tired of Lisa's BS. Lisa is known for her glitter. Her glitter, and we are going into the next HOH competition. Okay, the HOH competition is animal obsession. Okay, it's a true or false type of question. How do you guys think you would have done during this competition?
You know what? That was I won it at home watching. I knew all of that stuff. I felt like that was a pretty decent second HOH comp for anybody to win.
It reminded
I,
me of the HOH that Xavier won.
yeah,
But
it
yeah,
definitely reminds me of Xavier's competition. That he won. I want to also point out, Leah and Mackenzie, they are so heartbroken by Matt leaving, and I want us to hurry and move on this storyline. The way they were
it's
boo.
day 9. It's day 9. I don't think any of us were, again, sorry for the constant BB23 references, but that is the only thing that we have to go off of,
Yeah.
viewers. So just bear with us. But I don't think anyone was crying that hard over Travis, right? Except maybe Derek X.
I think so.
he,
I
And
he
think
was
Derek
heartbroken.
developed an obsession. So this second week starts off with Lisa not knowing the majority vote. And she's like, I wasn't in on this. And she voted wrong or against the House, the majority. Um, Angela's obviously made an enemy of Mackenzie. And Mackenzie and Leah end up bonding in the bathroom over tears they're shedding for the lost love of Matt. Matt Matt is gone. Um,
I've
but
never
I
That's
seen anything like
exactly
it.
how they looked.
something I saw right before we got to the HOH was like T-Core and Chemo's bond. Like they're like getting closer. I like this bond they have. It's like a meeting of the minds. It kind of puts me in the mind of, I won't reference BB23, but it's a meeting of the minds.
Yes, yes. Also, Chelsea did point out that Lisa was BSing her before we got to the HOH
Yeah.
comp. She's like, I know you voted for Matt to stay.
Yeah.
Like, I know who the other two are because they over there crying. You definitely are the third one. Like, and they're
Yeah.
Yeah.
clocking Lisa on everything. They can like
Mm-hmm.
read her. Leah also knows that the Barbershop Alliance is BS, so she's going into this HOH like, I don't know what's going to happen. The
Mhm.
top three of the HOH comp that it comes down to is Chelsea, T-Core, and Leah, which was very interesting. I wasn't
Because
expecting
half of
that.
them went out on question two.
Shh.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
know production said, okay, this is going to be a quick one. We need to stretch this
Mhm.
on out. Ask them things they know.
Yes. Yes. I love they were
Well,
like,
do
we're
you
going to
guys
bring
think
in new
that
questions.
did they throw the second
I
question
don't think so.
or
No.
Mm-mm.
oh
They didn't
dear,
know.
okay.
No, there was no reason for them, all those people, to throw that question. Like, no. It was bad. Like,
Yeah.
Mackenzie doesn't want to throw it. She wants to win it. A bunch of them, like, literally went out. And I was like,
I thought it
okay.
was interesting though how Chelsea and T-Core, I mean, aside from being competitive, they also made it very clear that as long as Leah's in the competition, we're staying in this competition. So is that a sign that people don't trust Leah, or is it simply because Leah was not included in the Matt vote and voted against the house? I don't know. But Leah, to me, I think we would maybe get along on a personal level because we're close in age. She seems like she's into fashion and hair and makeup, yada yada. But I would not trust her as far as I could throw her. There's something that's so just inherently untrustworthy about her. Is that the vibe that you guys get? As a game player, not as a person. I
No,
don't
as a
know
game
her as
player
a
for
person.
sure. Yeah, she definitely gives me that, like, and she'd be the first one behind your back, like, yeah, it's giving me that for sure. hmm Um, you, sorry, I lost my train of thought. But Chelsea wins the competition, which I was not expecting Chelsea to win this HOH. I was kind of sitting there going, I don't know if you need to win, girl, because you ain't got no targets. Like, it's really early. But I mean, when you're in that situation, when you make it to top three, you kind of got to just take it at that point. Like, am I wrong about that? I mean, I've never
I,
made it that far, so I mean, you guys
know,
could tell me.
if I'm
Well,
Chelsea, oh, go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna say when it was you, Xavier, and Ozza at the very end
Who
competing,
else? Of course.
you made it to top three in all parts of the HOH comp, so that is
Yeah,
something.
great. Yeah, great. If you were saying,
Oh, I was just going to say, I was watching this competition and Chelsea is saying she doesn't feel like she's anybody's target, so she's in a pretty good position. Um, when I'm sitting pretty, I want to stay sitting pretty, so I would have essentially not been trying at all to get far in this comp. And it's hard to not get far when half of the house goes out on the second question. And so, if she felt like she couldn't trust Leah or she couldn't trust T-Core, then I understand. But I don't think she was on Leah's radar or T-Core's radar. So I don't know if I'm Chelsea or if I'm anybody that's not someone who's being targeted. You can clearly see that there are people going for each other. I'm going to sit back and let you guys go against each other and get all that blood off on your hands, and then I show up like Xavier at the end. I mean, I show up when I need to and when. That's what I said. Y'all thought I said something else.
no, I know you weren't talking about no bald-headed bitch. I know you weren't
Hannah,
talking
you and
about
this
that.
gum is killing me.
I'm surprised she
I
hasn't
feel
got
like
you
Big
because,
D.
yeah, because she'd be
Okay,
jumping down.
but I
You're
don't let it
better.
get
You're
I
better
don't let
than
it get in the way of my
Derek.
talking, right?
You're
Like I'm
better
able
than
to talk
Derek.
without smacking.
But yeah. Oh, Derek, baby.
Think I'm that bad, but I'll work on it. But okay, so yes, you're right. Showing up when you need to show up. Now that's why I was thinking it was too early. Now, Chelsea wins HOH, and she's now got to figure out who her targets are going to be. She has conversations with the household, and the one person who me and Tiffany did point out that we love and I'm obsessed with, and I am now giving my officially stand card to. Okay. Is
Oh, wait.
Tucker.
Oh, okay. Are you sure about that? Because it's
I'm
only week
sure.
2.
No,
There is
I
plenty
could.
of room for these game players to disappoint us.
No, I can tell by his vibe how he moved. That listen, he's invited to the cookout. The way he moves. Okay.
Honestly, yeah.
Okay.
I'd give
all
him
right.
a plate for sure.
Yes. Okay. So Tucker suggests Lisa because she's putting glitter on everything. Everything. They did a whole montage of her putting glitter on food and everything. Why do we gotta put I just don't understand why you want to eat the glitter.
I don't know. I don't know, but I know this. She does spend a lot of her HOH getting her nominations from the house, essentially doing the house's work. And just, I guess maybe it's having played the game before and kind of looking back at how I would play different. Damn, I'm not even supposed to tell y'all. But, in a position of like that so early on. I don't want y'all to know how I think. I don't want you to see how I conduct things. I don't want you to judge my HOH. I only want you to know the little bit about me that we came in this house with, and that's nothing. Everything that I've just shown you. So, she's doing the house's work, and I don't love it for her. I don't love it, but
Can you imagine, Tiff?
I like
Every time you
the
cook
way
something?
she's handling. She's handling it the easiest way. Like, I'm not gonna get blood on my hands. What do y'all want to do? Okay, I'll go in and do this for you, but I ain't doing nobody's job. I don't want to be HOH. Unless I got somebody, unless I need to. But she does handle it well. She has good conversations. She ends up nominating Kenny, Angela, and Lisa, and Angela, who begged and begged and begged to not let it be her. And,
Riddle me this. Tiff, I do agree with you, but because she had that downgrade last week and had zero power, zero agency, no vote, no ability to compete, I wonder if she felt like, well, I actually have nothing to go off of because for all intents and purposes, I wasn't part of the game last week. So I wonder if that also kind of factored into how she chose to play this HOH, going from having absolutely zero currency to all of a sudden being the most powerful person in that universe.
yeah, I understand that. I do, maybe like wanting to be seen as a competitor or wanting to have. I do definitely think she had say in the game. She played a very active game week one. She was close to Angela. She was, she was making connections. But I can understand from wanting to play the game, feeling like I'm at the bottom as far as looking like a competitor. I need to prove, that I can do something, that I'm someone that is worthy to win this game, but based on my gameplay.
And I think this also gave her an opportunity because she did make an alliance in this episode too, with her. I mean, during her HOH with Cedric, Cam, Quinn, and Brooklyn, which are calling themselves the Pentagon. So that was also another key component. And I do want to shout out, and I don't mean to get sad and sentimental or anything like that, but Chemo talked about that really hit me, and I had to like take a second because I was like, whoa. He talked about being a gay man and not telling his dad like how he was gay before he died, and I relate to that because I never had that conversation with my father, and it really took me a minute because I was like, whoa. So I want to send Kimo a big old hug, and I definitely understand what that feels like, and I can't wait to talk to him when he gets outside the house because I've never had someone else say that. I thought I was like the only one maybe that went through that, so very powerful. But sorry, get back to obviously the veto competition. Okay.
Yeah.
Quinn is making alliances with everybody. Do we think this is a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a bad thing this early in the game. When people don't know you, when people don't know how you think, when people don't know how trustworthy you are or how willing you are to backstab others, I just feel like there's little foundation for those alliances. It seems like it could get very messy very quickly, depending on what information he's sharing
Well,
with
he's
people.
sharing all the information. He's telling people about his alliances, who's in these alliances, what these people have in these alliances, who they're targeting in these alliances. Like he is like did he say he wanted to be a rat?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, because
He
he's
did say
definitely a rat with many holes. Now, it's a piss poor rat that only has one hole to run in. So I commend him on being a very lucrative rat and having multiple holes to run within. So he is doing a very good job. He's a great rat.
Case in point.
Case in point.
How long do you... Oh, sorry, I have a question for the two of you.
Yeah.
How long do you think it'll be before Quinn effectively blows up his game? Do we think he's going to be a pre-jury boot? I guess what I'm asking.
I think I think enough people like him and want him around. But here's what I will wait to say. Let's
Okay.
continue.
Love that.
Hmm.
I love when Tiff has something. We're like, wait for it.
I
love
know,
it. Like,
she's scheming.
scheming. Okay. So he does talk about the alliance that he is 100% committed to. That's like his number one alliance, which is the core, which is him, T Core,
The
and
Pentagon.
no,
Cam.
no, no,
Oh, not
no.
the Pentagon.
No,
Oh,
he's
being
talking about
oh,
his
the
final three, which is
oh,
T Core and Chemo and
yeah.
himself, because they kind
Hmm.
of relate together. So that is his main thing. I
Yeah.
do want to also circle back that Mackenzie did tell Chelsea about her power.
Yeah.
Mackenzie is I'm very disappointed because I was expecting Mackenzie to be a little bit more like, come on, girl, where is that? That power? Like, she's just opening her mouth too much.
I think that when you become, and I'm not judging, I'm just making an assessment and
Mm-hmm.
acknowledging that when you become emotionally attached to someone so early off in the game,
Mm-hmm.
um, it's a distraction. Just as if I got a new job, but then I just also made a friend at work. Well, what am I doing? Am I focusing on my job or am I focusing on my friend? I'm probably doing both, but my attention would have been 100% here. Well, my point is her and like being caught up in whatever Matt was going through, um, and then losing him. Like sight is just like I'm knocked off my game just a little bit, you know? So now she's grasping, and that's a part of grasping, spilling, you know? So
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. You do always tell everybody STFU. So,
What
you
would
know.
Tiff always say? Talk less, listen more.
that's why
Well,
you
what did you
got
Okay.
guys?
one mouth and two ears.
Mm.
Well, according to you, Quinn has multiple holes. So-
Multiple holes.
Multiple
Multiple
holes.
holes.
Okay,
Multiple
but
holes.
I have a question, kind of along the lines of Mackenzie sharing this power of hers with everyone. What did you guys think about Tucker catching her off guard? Um, do you think Tucker knows what he's talking about? Is he someone who can actually read people? Is he someone who's actually intuitive? Or is this another Brent situation where he just claims to
Don't be
know
comparing.
this, that? Okay.
Don't you compare Tucker to Bryant. Don't you dare.
Okay. No, I'm
Okay.
just wondering.
I think he was onto something when he was in the shower and he's like, "You got the power. You got this power." You know, I he I think she obviously does have it, and he obviously thinks she got it. So
Yeah, yeah. And she can't do nothing. She ends up telling him. I kind of want to circle back because this is important because, of course, it's about us. Because, we just can't be
well, we're not
talking
circling
about.
back. We moving forward because
Yeah,
that was
but
going.
we didn't we're talking about the most important part of Angela.
Yeah, so moving right along, we come to a part in the show where
Oh wait, the veto. We
well we did
gotta.
the we haven't gotten to the veto yet. We're
Oh,
just
okay.
at the part where Chelsea, Cam, Cedric, and Tico are hanging out at the hammock, and they're just having a chat about enjoying each other's company and feeling appreciative that they all got each other, and let's like expressing like it would be dope to see us at least get to jury, a conversation that is very reminiscent of, you know, how I felt when I played BB and I saw people that reminded me of myself. But they also acknowledge like, you know, we probably shouldn't do this because we don't want it to be viewed as another cookout. And Cam says, I don't think we have to worry about that. It's too early for that. But it's as they're having this conversation, Angela's in the kitchen and she's watching them through the window. She gets this look and she turns around, she goes to the living room, she grabs Quinn off the couch. She says, "That's the group at the hammock." And he goes and he looks out the window and he sees, and this becomes a telephone game because I don't even know that Quinn and Angela have another conversation really. Like she just goes off to another part of the kitchen, her thoughts are going. He goes off into somewhere and his thoughts are going. But he allows this conversation to carry over to T-Core. And the way he explains it to T-Core is really like, yeah, Angela saw you, Cam, Cedric. Is that her? T-Core, Cam, Cedric. Is it one more?
Chelsea.
Yes,
Chelsea,
Chelsea.
hanging out at the
All the black
hammock.
people.
Yes. And, you know, she said that's the group like to look out for. And I think we see, before I get too far ahead, but I think we see that later on that he chose to heighten this moment or take what she said and weaponize like the fact that it was all the people of color together, insinuating that she meant anything besides A, that's an alliance we need to look out for. B, we need to watch out for them players, those 4 strong players. C, I want to be a part of that group. But his interpretation of that and his relaying of it to T-Core was, yeah, she kind of put y'all together and was like, watch out for them. And I don't like that.
I get that. I think it's hard because, you know, based on how he took the information, yeah, he didn't like you said, he definitely did heighten it, but he also probably didn't know what she was meaning because he also said these people are part of my alliance. I'm in alliance in all of them. So, you know, I think for him, I don't know if he purposely was trying to heighten it up to make it seem like something else. I think
Well,
it was
according
just
to his DR, according to his, did you not see his DR? According to his DR, he said he knew what he was doing. He
yeah,
came to
no.
I
play
think
nefariously.
I love that word.
Hmm.
But I think both things can be true. I think on one hand, he did say that his true allegiance is to T-Core and Chemo.
Mhm.
T-Core was a part of that group. And he's also working closely with Cam, Chelsea, and Cedric in the Pentagon. And he said, yeah, I wouldn't mind rolling with these 4 other people
Mhm.
until time comes to, you know, then turn on each other. So I don't know if he necessarily interpreted it as we have to watch out for the 4 of them as a group, or we have to watch out for the 4 of them as individuals. Angela didn't say much according to what we saw. But I think Quinn, even with that being said, knew exactly what he was doing, knew that the implication of that would be, hey, there's a group of black people, there could be another cookout in the mix. I'm presenting this information to you, a la Kyle 2.0, Michael 2.0. Do with it what you will. I definitely think that he knew chaos would ensue based on relaying this back to T-Core.
Mhm.
But even if he was so naive as to not realize that, I also think he was trying to warn T-Core and his other allies. So again, both things can be true. What do you guys think about Angela's motivations for saying that?
I mean, I think Angela's motivations were exactly what we saw.
Yeah.
One, she saw this group of people, and anytime you see a group of people congregating together, looking like they're gaming, I don't care what they are, you're going to assume we're paranoid in this house. Everybody is gaming and everybody is lying. So if I see a group together, a group of people, I'm like, are you conspiring, bitches? What are you doing? You know? So she definitely, her antenna and her radar definitely went up. She's smart enough not to antagonize the situation and add any salt and pepper on it. She just said that group. And if he was confused, your confusion is not an excuse for your ignorance because you don't have to be. You can ask. If you did not know what she meant before you went and spread it, then you ask, hey, now what you mean by that group? What about them? Because you don't want to be the person going and point blank telling someone something and you're wrong unless you don't care or that is your intentions. And he did say, I might have thought she could have meant something else. She could have meant this, but yeah, I definitely know that I hyped that up. So, you know, I need her out of here. I'm trying to protect my people. I don't have a problem with him trying to ruin Angela's game. I don't have a problem with that at all. It is his strategy to insinuate it was race based to get people to turn against Angela. That's not fair to her. And that's the part that I don't like about it.
So do you think that Angela was implying that there was maybe a Cookout 2.0 transpiring, or do you believe what Angela said in her DR? No, that's the group that I wanted to
No, I
work
don't
with. I
believe that
thought,
she was
I
saying
don't
that's
agree.
the
okay.
group
Yeah,
she
I don't
wanted
agree
to
with
work
that.
with.
Okay,
But I
No.
do
yeah.
think she was saying we need to watch out for that group of people, or we need to
Yeah.
watch out for that group. But she never said because they're black. And she, implication is everything, but I'm not going to put it on her because if I see a group of people, I'm gonna be like, why they over there? And it don't mean because they all this color or because it's all the girls, but we all know if all the girls are sitting and talking and a guy walks past, well, damn, it looked like all the girls in an alliance together. You know what I'm saying? So if a guy walks past and be like, we need to watch out for that group.
I agree. I
But
mean, I'm on the same page. I definitely agree that well, I think we have to understand moving in this game of because I feel like we also get like a bad rep because of what we did, and I don't like that. I'm tired of that same narrative that we keep getting. The thing about it is when we play this game of Big Brother, I think players need to understand, and that's why I didn't take it as like Angela's pointing out the black people. Exactly what Tiffany said. Like a group of people sitting together and they've been sitting pretty in the game so far or whatever, and they look like they're talking game. I don't care if you're orange, black, or anything. It could have been all the women together. I was sitting there saying, all the girls working together. You see they're all talking over there? Plain and simple. So I just say, I think it just comes down to, it's just interesting because I feel like no matter what, when it comes to the cookout, I feel like we have scared players moving forward in this game, and I don't think that's good at all. Like it shouldn't be that at all.
um, okay, so I am just going to reference something that Xavier tweeted. Let me actually find the tweet so I don't misquote him. Shout out to Xavier. Thank you for providing your words. Um, just because of the history of this game, um, I think you need to be extra, extra, extra careful when you're talking about a group of POCs, when you're talking about a group of people who identify as LGBTQ plus, when you're talking about any minority or marginalized group. Just because there could be those implicit biases, there could be those implications that you just wouldn't get with a group of white players. Um, oh my God, all of these retweets about the Olympics on this profile. I'm so sorry, guys.
And moving right
Um,
along.
oh, okay.
Just kidding. Go ahead.
No, it's somewhere here. Okay. To future house guests, a cookout 2.0 isn't going to happen. People have tried and failed. What we did was rare and isn't easily duplicated. My advice, and this is the crucial part, avoid claiming POCs are banding together without substantial evidence. It will help you both in and out of the game. And he's saying this as a message to future house guests, like, just so you don't get yourself into any trouble or hot water, like make sure you really take a beat and choose your words carefully before you bring anything to the surface. And of course, none of us like that that's the reality, but that is just the reality that we given the history, or sorry, the reality that we live in given the history and the context of this game. And in terms of people constantly claiming that the cookout has made things harder for Black players and POCs moving forward. The game has always been hard for Black people. The game has always been hard for POCs. Prior to the cookout, there had only been, three Black players to ever make it to Final Five. That's ridiculous when prior to our season, there had been 250 plus players. So the odds were very, very low. We took advantage of the 50% BIPOC policy. We turned things around, got all of the Black players to the very end, got all of the POCs in the house, including Derek X and Alyssa, to jury. And then the following season, we had an all black final two, a black winner. We had Miss Felicia make it to final four in the following season. And we had a POC, a South Asian winner. So even though I guess it would be easy for an ignorant viewer to just write off the cookout as like, oh, you guys, like, I guess you reap what you sow, or you guys had the exact opposite effect as intended. I don't think that's the case, and you just have to look at the statistics of the game pre-BB23 and post to see that that's just not the case. And that's all I have to say.
Come on, Dr. Chada. I know
I
that's
do
right,
want to
Doctor.
make something clear, though. It was never Angela that even brought up the cookout, the POCs. She never made a reference.
Correct.
All of this was pushed onto her and implied that that is what she was trying to imply. And whether she was or she wasn't, she's not the one who brought it up. Like, so anyway.
And T-Core talked about it in her diary room.
Yeah, and I think T-Core handled it very, very, very well.
Very
right.
well. All
So
right.
the veto.
So, veto comp, we have Chelsea, Lisa, Angela, Kenny, Brooklyn, and Joseph. They're playing in the cold tower. They had to build the cold tower to get the laser to reach it. Kenny wins the veto. And that's good for him. He's able to, he's going to be able to take himself down. Do you have anything to add for the veto competition?
I do, and this is the first part ain't nothing, but the second part is everything. I love the plaid that they was wearing, they overalls and the little windmill hats. It was cute. I thought it was cute. They could have gave us some costumes like that. It was cute. Could have gave us a house like that too. That's cute. But anyway, about the veto comp. Now here is Kenny over here stacking the hell out of his zeros and ones. And everybody else can't stack a 0 and 1. They can't make 0 and 0. It make 0 or 1 and 1 make nothing either. And ain't nobody decided I'm going to peek on down here and see what anybody else is doing. Everybody just looking what's directly in front of them. Everybody got tunnel vision. They act like their head can't cock to the right and their eyes can't look to the left. If you are failing at what you're doing, look around and see if anybody around you just might be succeeding. If somebody else is succeeding, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Take that damn wheel. You know what?
Amen.
I like that idea. That idea might work for me
church.
too. This man done built a whole World Trade Center and you ain't put dirt in your hole yet. I need y'all to look around.
Yes.
In
Yes.
Jesus' name, do we pray?
We pray. Tiffany's name, we pray. Amen. And you know what?
Thank you,
In
Pastor
Tiffany's
Mitchell.
name,
Thank you, Pastor Mitchell.
STFU, okay?
Look around you.
Look around you.
Somebody might be succeeding and where you failing. Take a tip.
Take a tip like Tiffany.
Take a tip from Tip. Okay, sorry.
Kenny wins
Wipe
the
that
veto.
stupid grin off your face anyway.
Kenny wins the
That
veto.
was so funny. Lisa just catches all the lashings, and
I love it. Keep it. Keep lashing her.
I do.
Okay.
I do feel bad for her a bit, but it does seem like she can handle it.
You know what?
It
I
doesn't
don't
seem like
know.
it's gotten to her too much.
We'll get
Here's
to that.
one thing.
We'll get
If you
to
can't
that.
handle it, don't come in the house.
Yep. Don't play the game.
And two, you ain't gotta let nobody say nothing to you. If that's your thing to take the high road, don't cry about it.
Facts.
Because
And
we
we'll
can
talk
go
about
real
that.
low and then I feel real better. And I won't feel like you got one over on me because I said what I had to say too.
Okay. I just
I'd
want you
cry
guys
too if I
know-
had to hold it in.
I just want you guys to know I love you guys and I love you. Just know that, guys. I love you.
Oh, yes, because
I love
Angela
you.
questions Quinn because it's come back to her like, how do you know that I said this? And she's like, the only person I told was Quinn. She pulls Quinn. She has all these one-on-ones. Angela's trying to explain. T-Core comes in the bathroom. T-Core explains how a blanket statement can be interpreted, especially when you say that group and you're referring to a group of people of color. And then Angela breaks down and Angela starts crying and T-Core, I love it. I wanted to become her in that moment because I knew how she felt. She walked out of that bathroom and she walked back outside. And I could tell,
And what
even
did
with
she
the
say?
reservation she had, she really wanted to be like, I don't believe this. I can't believe this. This grown ass woman is in here having a breakdown and she looking for somebody to comfort her through her tears when you just try to throw a whole target on my back and I'm supposed to be the one to give you a hug. Girl, you better go back home to your husband and get kissed on because ain't nobody kissing your ass around here.
I need someone to clip that.
I do so. I need that clip. I need it used. I need to be used when I need to tweet on a regular about Big Brother, because it is true. Ain't nobody kissing your ass. This is the game of Big Brother. This is a competition show. Everybody needs to understand when you go in these competition shows, you can't expect nothing. And if you don't like it,
to stop trying to get hugs from people. She's been trying to get a hug from Lisa since she put her on the block. Hug me, please. No, this is the wrong house. You need to be on Love Island. This is the wrong place for that. This is the house of backstabbing, betrayal, lies, and deceit.
I want to see Angela on Baddies.
Wait, the way that Angela would actually be a good candidate?
Baddies eat the girls up.
Baddies West?
West, North. They just came to Detroit recently, so Baddie Midwest. Okay, so I'm ready for all of it. But Angela's crying out for help, and Angela with this crying. I love that she also tried to stop. She tried to stop. We're not even gonna have this conversation. You're trying to insinuate that it's like, oh, I live for it. Let me tell you something. I would have been so annoyed.
I would have been so annoyed.
I'm going to let you have your meltdown. I'm going to go back on vacation. I came here for a reason, and it ain't your season.
And she put, I'm writing that one down.
Tiffany, you are full of one-liners today.
Yeah, who made you a little bit?
Well, Tiff's always had a sharp tongue. But what was I gonna say?
She must have been watching that. What's it called? Got cursed out online. Miss Netta.
Netta. Okay.
Anyway,
I'm not familiar, but Angela, she has cried maybe 47 times in that house. I have not seen tears come out of her eyes, not once. Have you guys?
No, and I love it.
It's dry tears. For sure.
No, she actually did cry when she got because Quinn broke my heart. Quinn broke my heart.
Wait, you do Angela really well.
I love it. Listen, I could do when it comes to a whiny white woman, I can do it very well. I practice it on the regular, okay? Because it cracks me up. Now, I want to get to tonight's episode. Tucker is on his vengeance to get Lisa out this house.
Well, hold on. Kenny wins the veto, and because Tucker feels so confident about Lisa being on the block, he is like, you know what? I'm going to take one for the team. Put me up, something you ain't gonna never hear me say. Put me up.
Pawns go home.
I mean,
I don't know what you're talking about. Look at this one over here.
He said,
well, Big D, you were a bit different.
He said,
you were
put
unique.
me up, put me up. So now we get to Tucker, Angela, and Lisa. They on the block. Somebody's going home.
Love it. So Tucker is making sure he's like, hey, I'm gonna make this plan execute, which I'm not mad at, because he really, if he tells people what he did, not everybody, it could kind of work out his favor towards the end when he's making his resume, because it's like, hey, I put myself up to make sure the person I want to take him out.
Okay.
Yes, Hannah?
I have a question. How important do you think having a pre-jury resume is? Like, assuming that you make it to jury, I am almost of the belief that you want to blend in for the first 5 weeks of that game, just so you can guarantee that you make it to jury and you're not exhausting yourself, you're not exhausting your life in that house, you're not playing too hard, too fast, sketching people out. And then as soon as you get to jury, that's when you really start cranking it up and doing things for your resume. But I don't know, I feel like a pre-jury resume, like, think about where we were week 8, week 9, week 10. I didn't even remember a single thing that had happened during the pre-jury phase of the game other than like Christian going home. But what do you guys think?
I think that your resume, pre-jury, your resume in general, period, matters based on how you can articulate your game. If you can't explain what your strategy was, if you can't get up there in your final two and express your strategy and get people to understand I was playing a low-key game, I picked it up, I kicked it into gear, you have to paint that picture. If you're not a person who can get up there and articulate why you should win, then your pre-jury game matters, because that's all you have. I think it depends on a lot of things. It depends on who's on the jury. How are they voting? Are they voting based on resume? Are they voting based on likability? Are they voting, what are they voting based on? Who's in the jury? Is it all of your alliance? So I think that it matters only if you don't know what to do at the end.
Okay, that's true. I guess just and I completely agree with that. But as another player in that house, I would kind of be thinking, well, why does Tucker feel so comfortable volunteering to be a pawn? Is it because he wants to play in AI arena? I would just be thinking, okay, this man is too well connected. That's something I need to keep my eye on. And I worry that he's kind of exposed how well insulated he is in this house. And that could mean him going home sooner rather than later.
I think
So,
anybody that goes in the AI arena wins
mhm.
and the whole house cheers and erupts for you is I don't like any of that. Don't cheer for me. Act like you mad that I came out, because the whole house being happy that Chemo came out. Shut up.
True.
It's just too much. But I do think that it's very early in the season, and they're gaming, but they're not gaming like cats yet. They're gaming trying to figure it out. They in the woods, trying to figure out how you get through this, how you get through. Now when they start figuring out the woods, then they'll start coming out with the knives. They haven't figured it out yet. So people are just letting things out there, talking too much. Give them some time. It's only what is it? 20?
No.
I think it's like day 17.
Yeah,
Yeah.
day 17.
So
day
we're close.
14.
I was close. Don't check me anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You were, Tiffany, my queen. I'm so sorry. I stand corrected, my queen.
No, I was corrected. Go ahead. What else?
Yeah, so Tucker, is trying to get out Lisa. He pinning her as a target. Angela decides she wants to tell Tucker, because she needs some power. Angela's like, I'm now have word vomit, because that's what Angela does. She does so well at. And she's, telling Tucker like, hey, I know that Quinn possibly, I think, has the power. What do you think? And Tucker's like, nah. Like, I think I know who it is. I don't think
Tucker
it's
said,
Quinn.
calm down, Angela. Calm down. You don't want to go out like that. He pulled the Kylan on her. He said, no, you got to stand up with your head high.
Yes.
Even though he didn't. We got to cut that whole part out. Because when I got ready to go home, he was the first one to tell me, now I know that you want to blow up, but you can't blow up. You have to keep your head, Tucker was like, Angela, come on, you going out bad. Like, don't do this. Angela said, nah, I'm going to do it. Angela is ruthless.
And she's a gamer. She is a gamer. She is using those.
I don't know if she a gamer. I don't even know if this game.
I feel like it's a good game. I'm not gonna lie. This is she need to say this is gaming, because this is a good type of strategy.
It ain't game. First of all, she was just HOH and she ended up on the block, and she was extremely close to going home. So close to going home that she didn't even know she wasn't going home.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to kind of jump ahead, but 11-1 vote don't seem a problem to me. Okay? So let's wait and see how this week's goes.
It ain't game if you don't know you staying.
Listen, she just doesn't know it yet. She's coming with
Because it ain't game. She just is a ruthless wreck.
Oh, let her be a ruthless wreck gamer. Now, she's
everybody that's there. Just because somebody lasts long or still in the house don't make them no gamer.
Now, Angela is using this leverage to try to figure out if she can get Tucker on her side. Do you think that this was a smart play for her to do when she ain't got no power right now?
I think she's desperate. Desperate times calls for desperate measures. She's desperate. And she taught, I don't know. I wouldn't have said nothing to Tucker, though. Tucker don't hold back. He gonna go right to somebody else. And, Angela came up to me and told me.
Well, that's probably what she wanted, no?
I wonder. Yeah, I think that she wanted to try to, get Tucker to kind of start thinking it's Quinn, but Tucker wasn't falling for it. Now.
Well, doesn't Tucker know?
No, he only knows about Mackenzie.
Okay,
He doesn't know. Yeah, he doesn't know about Quinn. But during this moment, Angela and Quinn comes outside. Quinn can hear her talking about Quinn's like, I know you're talking about me. I know you're trying to target me. So Quinn's like, I gotta get Angela out because she's gonna mess up my whole entire game. Now, Angela, after this conversation, she's a little bit still upset, annoyed, and she decides because she's so tired of that damn Lisa. She mocks the way she talks and mocks the way she walks and calls her a twit. Now listen, I never in my life heard someone call somebody a twit. That has to be the whitest word I've ever heard in my life, and I love it. I want to use it on a regular basis now. I am calling people a twit moving forward.
I mean,
no more bitch. It is now twit.
There are so many things that are worse than twit. Twit would have made me crack up. I would have just bust out laughing. We could have went toe to toe on Twit. All right, twerk. Come on, thicky thick. What else we going? What we doing? I go back and forth with you.
Wait, Twit sounds very British. Twit sounds British. Is it not British? Like, oh, you twit.
Twit.
You twat. You twat.
Yeah, I just called her a twat. All right. If I'm a twit, you a twat. How you doing?
I love it. It's the new word. Lisa in this moment, and she's trying to I guess fight back because you know what Lisa said? She is a magical goddess.
Didn't I say she was giving teams meeting?
She's ready to report to HR. That's why when she was walking after, she's ready to go to the DR room and realize they didn't open the door and she had to go in the storage room.
She was definitely going to HR. Hey, I need to talk to someone.
Because you don't talk to me like that, and it's very disrespectful.
And I'm not going to let you bully me. Girl.
And Angela said, girl, no one, this is Big Brother.
And let me just tell you something.
Do you think she bullied her?
To get your ass chewed up in the BB house. You can call it, I got bullied. You can call it, I got picked on. You can call it whatever you want to call it. It is a game for $750,000. It's not going to be easy. Get your weak ass out.
Do you think that she bullied her, Hannah?
No. Oh, I'm sorry. You wasn't asking me.
I think the term bully gets thrown around a lot. I definitely think Angela was making fun of her, for sure. Do I think she was antagonizing Lisa based on that one moment of her imitating her walk? No. Was she doing it in good jest? Also, no. But I know those two have a history. They've been kind of going back and forth for the last couple weeks. Angela put Lisa up on the block. And then Lisa, when she won the veto, was like, listen, Angela, I have to distance myself from you. And then Angela was not too happy to hear that. So it's just been this very back and forth thing. I wish we would have gotten that on the episodes, but I don't think it was that serious. I think one could do a lot worse to someone than
she ain't touch you. She ain't pour water in your bed. She ain't break up your cigarettes. She didn't throw your panties out the window. She ain't do, she ain't put ants in your toothpaste. I'm just saying, it's things. She mimicked your walk. And shit was funny.
It was funny, but also everyone does say Lisa is extra and she's a lot, and we have been seeing.
I got to get up under your skin. If you got a weakness, I'm going to find it and I'm going to use it. We'll make up later.
Yeah, true. That is true. That is true.
Or
that
not.
Is true. Well, Lisa has a breakdown.
I don't think either of them probably want to make up with one another, but you never know. You never know.
I hope they never do. Lisa has a breakdown, and in this moment, I just want to kind of laugh because Chelsea cuts her green screen and say, "Can we just get rid of Lisa and Angela?" And I was just like, I love both of them because they are perfect for this house. It's time for the AI competition. It's called Security Race. They have to put together a shield and a gear. I thought it was very simple. It looked pretty easy. Like it looked like the gear you just moved it one time.
Well, honey, the way they explain those instructions, I said, where they get this from? The challenge? Because I don't understand. Julie said, "Do you understand?" I said, "No." But Tucker did.
He did, and he moved quick. And Tucker wins. And Tucker's like, yes, like he's gonna get his wish.
And that house erupted like Megan Thee Stallion walked on stage.
Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion.
I said, y'all really letting people know who you like, huh?
Yeah, that was a lot. They have been doing that. I need them to stop that.
They don't know. Oh, honey, but the most important part is Julie is mad as hell.
Mad.
Why?
Julie's mad.
Because Julie wants them to take them 60 seconds after the AI comp and go back there into them rooms and act like it's a double eviction in game. And they just not doing it.
But also,
yes, they keep
can you
hugging.
even do that in 60 seconds? I don't
matter.
think so.
Do something. They over here hugging and hugging. I'm over here like Tiffany Pollard when she told Pumpkin, "Get her out of here." All this hugging shit, get her out of here. Like they just hugging and hugging, taking up the whole 60 seconds.
It's like,
and Julie
I
called
think
them
that
out.
production has a totally different idea of how they saw things going pre the season, post the AI arena. They pictured people coming back from the AI arena and now scrambling and pulling people in like a double eviction to game. But you sit somebody on the block and you got 7 days to get them out. They got their mind made up for the most part. Like they're trying. True. I get it. They're trying, but the twist ain't twisting.
They've gone through each scenario. Well, I don't think that they're going to continue this past pre-jury is my guess. Like we may only get 2 weeks of this twist and then maybe they'll introduce a new twist. But
well, I see neither one of you cared about going and pitching your case to your house guests when you could have pulled them into a room and given them your reason to keep you. I guess you guys didn't want to do that. So to the living room and let's hear your final speeches.
Julie is sick.
Julie is
the
fed
fact that
up.
she didn't take no breath. That was a complete read, and they over there look at the screen like this.
Like in production, like, is that on the teleprompter? Hello?
Yeah, did Julie just go off a script? Hold on, did y'all get
it's
that?
Giving
Kylan. They said, Julie, it's okay. It's okay. This is 2 weeks of this.
Exit the house now. Kylan, I have
you guys have 60 seconds to go game. You know you can game privately. Hello? You can game privately. You can game,
All right, so Angela gives her speech. Her speech is so much energy, so insane, so Angela, so just it's so much. Like my
husband, you're the best in my children, and my grandchildren, and my great-grandchildren, my great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren. I love you all. Thank you so much for letting me be here. And house guests, you're so beautiful. I love you all. I want to be here. I want to play. I've got so much to play. Just keep me on your side. I promise I won't. I know I cry a lot, but I won't cry anymore. I promise I let it all out. But if you keep me here, I love you. Thank you.
I would never need coffee in that house if I had Angela and Brittany at the same time. I would have them. I would never need coffee. The energy would blow the roof off the place.
That would be something.
I would just be like, I can't do this. I can't keep this disguise anymore. Okay, and then Lisa gives her speech, and Lisa gives us a famous HR Teams meeting speech, as Tiffany would say. What did she say? She said, I hold everyone accountable for what they told me. What she say, Tiff? Did she say something like, I hold everybody accountable for what they told me, and I expect everyone to do what they said they were going to do?
Well, they all told me that they were getting rid of Angela. Baby.
But her speech that she was giving, remember how she was like, stand up, and she was like, I expect everyone to do what they're supposed to do. Shout out to, she definitely sounded like HR. So, shout out to the CBS production team and Sean and the rest of them. Like, she was ready to give the whole list of everybody. That's what it sounded like.
She went down CBS's payroll.
Yes. They end up voting. and they're voting, and it ends up being 11-1. The only person that voted for Angela to leave was Kenny. Which shows Kenny once again is still on the outside, or Kenny's just like, I don't really
I don't
care.
think Kenny
Like,
wants to be on the inside. I think Kenny's been wanting to go home. Or maybe that's a strategy.
could be
It
a
has worked
strategy.
for some players in the past.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
It has.
So we'll see.
Lisa ends up exiting. Lisa's face is, baby, you know how when you walk into a meeting with your boss and you can tell they got something to say because you about to get in trouble, you about to get written up, you about to get on a performance evaluation plan. That's exactly how Lisa's face would look when they said, you have now been evicted been evicted from the house. Lisa said, she had nothing. She didn't have nothing. I think she was so shocked she just couldn't even. I think she forgot to breathe. They all hugging her, and she couldn't barely hug back. She was just.
Why would you hug 11 people who voted for you to leave?
My favorite part is always, we love you.
Well, it is a game. It is a game.
It is the game.
For some of them, I'm sure it was impersonal. For others, it probably was.
How do you feel about Lisa, what she said on stage with Julie? She said Angela bullied her. We did talk about that, but she also said that, I guess these players, like, no one was truthful to me, and I'm pretty disappointed that no one was truthful. They didn't follow the HR rules in the guidebook. So, I'm very upset.
The sky is blue.
Okay.
It's Big Brother.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming out. Have a safe trip home.
Okay. And don't forget your glitter.
Wait, the trip home being down the street, I just realized she gets a car home because she's from Los Angeles.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's crazy. That probably hurts even more.
Right. Well, yes and no. Just like getting the SUV will take you home.
But like, can you imagine, like, okay, I'm about to go back to my regular life in LA, and like the Big Brother house is right there. Like, that would mess with me mentally. I'll be
Wait,
like,
no,
oh
you're
my
so
God.
right. Because I remember
Yeah.
back when I used to live in LA, driving to dance every single day, I would pass by the Big Brother house or like the lot. So yeah, that would be trippy. I would go the other way, take the
Okay.
I
highway
would
all the
be
way
a
around.
wall yeller.
Yeah.
Y'all better be using that glitter still. I can see it now. I can't wait to see what she makes. But guys, this was a great episode. I love these past couple episodes. Hannah, I'm so glad you came back to join us for this episode.
Hannah.
And we want to see you obviously come back some more, of course.
We miss you. We need you. We love you.
Oh, I love you guys too. Thank you for having me, and I will hop on whenever I can.
Thank you so much. And I just want to say, just I love you guys. I love you. I love you guys. I would never do that. Don't even insinuate that. How could you ever? And you broke my heart.
Wait, poor Cedric. Poor Cedric was like, I know.
The youngest in the house
you're fine.
consoling the oldest in the house. Come on.
Listen, that is
Listen.
just a common thread.
If T-Core didn't look
Me
like
and Cedric.
Ozzy with those glasses, literally a spinning image of Ozzy with those glasses was T-Core. I was like, I got a little bit of flashback. I was like, oh shit, is that
I'm
Ozzy?
telling you, I literally could not apologize to nobody with those glasses on. I'd be like, you know what? I really want to apologize to you the correct way. Can we eye to eye each other, eyeball to eyeball? Because I can't even take these glasses seriously. I can't.
Oh, the sunglasses she had?
Yes.
Oh.
It was such a move.
Somebody might as well have been like this. Like, okay, what you saying? I want to apologize. I'm listening.
I'm sorry for what I did. And what I didn't and mean that. And
I know.
I really am upset, and I really do love you. And I
know.
don't want you to feel like it was me at all, because
It's
I
not.
would never insinuate that. And I didn't even listen to
I
what you
know.
were saying before you even said it.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry. Can I hug you? Is that okay?
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Guys.
Beautiful reenactment. You would think that I'm here with T-Core and Angela. You just would never know that I'm talking to Big D and Tiff.
Guess
And
what? We should put
We don't even
Go
know who
ahead,
we
Tiff.
are.
We should put on a Big Brother play soon. That would be good. We could play all these Big Brother players. We could do a whole
No, it's
house
really
of
okay.
The
production.
skits.
The skits would be great. I'm telling you. But listen, guys,
Okay.
we have Lisa on. I'm sorry, we have Lisa on Monday for our exit interview, or whatever day it is. You'll get it. You'll know. So make sure you guys remember to like and subscribe and get your notifications on. Do you guys have any last minute thoughts on tonight's episode, or what you think is going to happen? Who needs to win HOH? Give me that or something. Who needs to win HOH? You think at this
I
point?
keep forgetting that Joseph and Cam are even there.
That's good though. That's good.
I
I think
forget
that's
too.
good.
Oh,
It
look at
is.
Hannah. She's like, I can't lose my prediction. Look at Hannah.
So,
She
I personally want Angela to win HOH, but that's just me.
Me too. Also,
I
Joseph's
wanna
giving me he works for production. Like just the way he walks into the
Ooh.
like the way he walks into the DR room
Who?
and the way that he talks to Joseph, like the way he talks to Julie, he'd be like this. And he just like
He
look
think
at
he
her
cool.
weird. Like no, but he like looks at the camera weird. He'd be like this.
He
I
looks
vote
like
to
a
evict Angela. And I'm like, what the like? Is he there?
He is a little villainous, and I'm very into it. I would like to see a Cedric HOH. I definitely do not
Oh.
think he needs to win HOH.
No.
I just think it could be very chaotic and entertaining. He has a lot of energy. We know this. He also has a lot of allies. So
No. You know
I-
what?
I'd be intrigued.
A Quinn HOH would be great this week.
Or
Ooh,
Aaliyah.
okay.
Aaliyah or Quinn for me.
I'm not
Who?
really feeling it.
Leah. I
I'm
keep
not
forgetting
really-
about her too. Quinn because he's got his fire he got fire underneath so many pots. Baby, I want to know which one gonna boil over.
Okay.
Yes. But
Tiff,
we
I
love
agree
you
with you.
guys. Thanks for tuning into the Royalty. Any words, Big D? Because
No, we'll be back next Friday, guys, to recap week 3, and we'll see if it's me and Tiff or Hannah, or it might be me and somebody else, or might not be none of us. We don't know, but remember to like and subscribe. We love you guys. Bye.
It's just a black screen for an hour.
It might
No
just be
one's talking.
Kylan. We might just get Kylan to come and just do it.
not Kylan getting.
Oh, my.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay, bye guys. Thanks.